So after the news came out that One Piece is going to get a remake, every One Piece fan, including myself, was very excited. The last time I was this excited for a One Piece project was when the One Piece live action was announced. Getting a good One Piece anime is a tremendous deal because it could bring One Piece to many new viewers. And the fact that the studio that is going to work on this remake is Studio Wit added to the excitement. But there are some concerning things regarding this anime live action that I don't see many people talking about or mentioning at all. The reaction that most people have to this news is extremely positive, as they should be, but there are some things that may impede the quality and popularity of the One Piece remake, and I'm going to be talking about them in this video. But before you go any further, please make sure to hit the like button. It will help this video reach as many people, and without further ado, let's get back into the video. Anime remakes are a rarity. We don't see them happening often, so when a remake happens, it is very important that the studio that is making it gets it right, because if not, it may take another 20 to 30 years until we get another one. Look what happened to Berserk. The first anime that Berserk had was in 1997, and Berserk needed a remake because the 1997 Berserk, even though I love it and it has some of the best soundtracks in anime, it doesn't adapt the story of Berserk properly. It only covers the story of Berserk up to the eclipse, and the arc that it did cover has a lot of cut content. Also, even though Berserk had the great looking 90s anime aesthetic, Berserk needed a modern anime with modern animation so it could be even more popular and tell the story of Berserk properly in an animated format. And that's what many people thought would happen when the 2017 Berserk was announced. But we all know what happened. The 2017 Berserk anime was one of the worst anime adaptations. It has one of the worst uses of CG I have ever seen, and it was just nightmarish. I don't think that will happen with the One Piece remake, even though the studio had commented saying they're going to be using different and new technology and maybe go a CG route. I don't think the people who are working on the One Piece remake will butcher the remake like that, because we've seen the director who's working on this remake. He has worked on Attack on Titan, and the assistant director and all the people who are going to be working on it seem to be passionate about this project. So animation wise, I'm not really worried about the look of the remake. What I'm worried about is the content they'll be covering and the content they'll be cutting out. I don't want them to make the same mistake as the One Piece live action, where we saw a necessary addition like Garp's storyline. Since they're going to be covering the East Blue Saga, I just want them to cover the whole East Blue Saga with good animation. If they just do that, I'll be satisfied, because that's all this adaptation needs. I saw the video where the director of the One Piece remake said that Oda didn't want them to copy and paste the panels and wanted them to be creative with it. I'm all for that as long as it doesn't pertain to the story. The story of One Piece is good, and if you mess with it, I doubt they'll create something better than what's already there. I'm all for the creativity, like them creating a complete 3D model of towns and them going super detailed on how the economy of the villages function and etc. I'm all in for that as long as they don't change the narrative of the One Piece story. It's simple what this anime needs to do, which is cover the One Piece story with good animation and pacing. Do that and I believe most fans will be satisfied. And I saw a picture that had a list on it that showed how many episodes it would take each arc to be covered if it was properly paced, and East Blue Saga was stated to be 25 episodes, and I'm here to break it to you right now. 25 episodes is so little to cover the whole East Blue Saga. Realistically speaking, to cover the whole East Blue Saga with proper pacing, you'd at least need 45 to 50 episodes. In my opinion, it is delusional to think that the whole of East Blue Saga could be covered in 25 episodes. The people who think this probably don't realize how dense One Piece chapters could be. So if each episode is going to be 20 minutes, I don't think East Blue Saga could be covered in 25 episodes. And the One Piece remake is going to be an ONA. It's going to be an original network animation, and it's going to be directly released to the internet, in this case Netflix. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing about it being an original network animation is that it's going to be exclusive for Netflix. People are only going to be able to access it if they have a Netflix subscription. This is going to heavily impact its popularity because the One Piece remake is not going to have that reach to hit as many audiences. Also, another negative of it being an original network animation is that it's going to release all of the episodes of the One Piece remake at once. Some people may like this because they'll be able to consume all of the episodes as soon as possible without having to wait for it week to week, but all of the episodes releasing at once in bulk is going to massively hamper its popularity. Weekly releases have an advantage over bulk releases because the conversation of the anime or show stays strong throughout the run of said anime or show. I know this because I've seen the same scenario play out with animes like Pluto and Kimi no Todoke Season 3. Pluto was one of the best anime I've ever watched. It was basically a masterpiece, but due to all of its episodes being released at once and also it being exclusively on Netflix, no one talked about it except for some hardcore anime fans. And Kimi no Todoke Season 3 was a highly anticipated anime, but it was exclusive to Netflix, and you guessed it, all of its episodes released in bulk all at once, and other mediocre rom-coms which got released weekly got to outshine it. Basically, it's a bad marketing strategy to release all episodes at once because it will massively affect its popularity in a negative way, and it's much better for an anime's release schedule to be weekly for the sake of its popularity. The good thing about the One Piece remake being an original network animation is the freedom it gives the studios to make the episodes as long as they want, because the One Piece remake is being made for a streaming service on the internet and not TV broadcasters, so it won't be a problem how long the episodes are. And this will be very beneficial for the One Piece remake because the people working on it can cram as much content as they want into an episode. An episode could be an hour long or more than an hour. Both Pluto and Kimi no Todoke's episodes were at least an hour, and I'm pretty sure that that is going to be the case for the One Piece remake, because if they allowed Pluto and Kimi no Todoke Season 3 to have an hour-long episodes, no disrespect to those stories, but they don't have as much story to tell like One Piece. So I'm very positive that the One Piece remake episodes will be an hour long at least, and I consider this to be a good thing, because if they're able to do this, I'm not going to be worried about them cutting or skipping parts of the manga. An episode could adapt 7 chapters and it will be no problem, and that's the good thing about the One Piece remake being an original network animation. I've seen some people say the One Piece remake is going to probably look like the One Piece fan letter we got from Megumi Ishitani. If you don't know who Megumi Ishitani is, she's the brilliant anime director who worked on the One Piece fan letter and One Piece episode 1015, which is considered to be the best episode of One Piece. And for people who believe each and every episode of the remake will have the same level of animation as the One Piece fan letter, temper your expectations. The One Piece remake is probably going to have an amazing animation, but it's not going to be like the fan letter special where every shot and every scene has crazy fluidity and animation. I heard that the One Piece fan letter took Ishitani like 9 months to animate, and the fan letter was like only 30 minutes. I think the level of animation for the One Piece remake is going to be somewhat similar to the Hunter x Hunter 2011 anime. I'm comparing it to Hunter x Hunter 2011 because it is very similar to the case of One Piece. Hunter x Hunter is another long-running manga which got a big remake which started in 2011, and it was a very good adaptation. It has good animation all throughout the anime, and the moments that required great animation got the absolute best treatment. That's how I see the One Piece remake get treated. It's going to have a good animation throughout all of its episodes, and the hype moments or the great moments in the manga are going to get that extra absolute best animation. It's the most probable scenario. I think it's a bit crazy to expect every single episode of the One Piece remake to have that same level of animation as the One Piece fan letter. I don't see that happening. Besides, it's not going to look the same as Toei's One Piece. It's an entirely new team of animators who are going to be working on it, and they're going to have their own style. And I have also heard people say that it's impossible for the One Piece remake to beat the animation of Toei's One Piece that we got from Wano up to Egghead, and I'd like to believe that will not be the case. Toei's One Piece started having crazy animation since Wano started, and I hope the One Piece remake matches or surpasses it. And also I hope the Toei One Piece team helps out the Wit Studio One Piece team, like having Megumi Shitani collaborate with the Wit Studio team on some of the remix episodes. That would be really cool. And in conclusion, I hope they don't go crazy with the CG for the remake, and I'm both happy and sad that the remake is going to be an original network animation for the reasons I stated before, and hope the animation is on par or better than what Toei is doing right now. But overall, I'm very optimistic and can't wait till the remake comes out. If you've made it this far into the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot. And with that said, see you guys in the next one.